Hi and welcome back to 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏. Today guys, we're going to be jumping down into the world of Cardano to take a look at what's been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏. Now if you have not yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there, so why not go ahead and check it out. And let's waste no more time, let's jump right into this. Right, so here we can see Cardano paired up with USDT. We're on the hourly chart and Binance is the data source, and what we can see here is actually a really good run to the upside. This looks like we're ending in a 5-wave move, so we can actually now plot this out. Right, so here we have our B wave low. Actually, our 5th wave did not go down as low as we thought it was. It's actually a little bit shallower, but it's right there. So I'll go ahead and just remove that. So essentially what you have here is a 335 correction down here. And then we are still targeting out our higher end of things. But this is a slight overextension so far. So let's go ahead and just remeasure and make sure everything is on track. Now, this has actually taken me by a bit of surprise. I did not think we would have the momentum for this, but the built-up demand for Cardano is real. It is there, as we can see. And yeah, we've kind of hit already the 1-to-1 ratio, right? So our C wave should be here at 67 cent. However, we are likely to come up a little bit higher. We're probably going to be targeting out that 1.236, so probably right up there. So we want to acknowledge that this is a 5-wave move. Okay, we've got 1, 2, and we've got this really big 3, and we need to basically acknowledge that this is an overextension, which means wave 5 is going to be short. It is not going to be overly long. So over here we can see we've got 1, 2, all of this is 3. Potentially coming down into a 4th wave, or we're still waiting for the 4th wave of the 3rd wave, down, and then final move up. Okay, so literally at any point this could finish. But if we bring the stochastic RSI up in here, you can see it's overbought on the hourly, it's overbought on the 4-hourly, it's overbought on the 8-hourly, and it is overbought on our daily. A little bit more room to grow, you can see that there, but otherwise for the most part it is done. Now if we bring and switch that out for the volume, you can see here it's basically institutional whales in the space, right? Basically Cardano has been so cheap, they've been stacking it up and buying quite a bit, and again compound this again with FOMO from some retail investors, and obviously compounded by shrinkage of the supply, the price moves quite significantly. So for those who do not know, Binance are struggling with their supply of ADA, which is why they're offering pretty favorable APYs on getting it staked and locked up for a period of time. So do be aware that there is a shortage of ADA on Binance, for example, and that's going to have a compound effect to the price movements. But all looking pretty good from these perspectives, and we're tracking quite nicely. But we are running out of steam. We are about to kind of have this rug pulled, but I think we'll be aligned to Bitcoin here. We'll just probably slowly work our way up after this kind of move here. Profits are going to get taken, and we are going to pull back down. Okay, so this is the higher target that we were talking about a little while ago. I thought 60 cent was going to be the barrier, but we smashed all the way through there. You can see this thing is pulling back right now as well. Just here you can kind of see it. So this looks like a 4th wave. This might actually be our 4th wave of our bigger move, and then we're just waiting for that final little 5th wave to come in here. And it could literally be, it just has to be a little bit higher than the 3rd wave. It doesn't have to be much. It just actually should be the exact measurement, if I'm being brutally honest, with our wave 1. So if I were to move this over to wherever it lands, you'll be able to see that it will come in a little on the shorter side of things. So we'll keep an eye on that. But essentially, that's kind of where you are with Cardano on that kind of time frame. Now, if we bring this up into our 8-hourly chart, you can of course see that we are still targeting out down here at the lower end, and this bounce in the middle here is absolutely key in getting us down in these low ranges, right? So we have this macro 1-to-1 ratio of this correction taking us down to 30 cent. Now it's also important that we acknowledge that we also will have the low point from down here to here at the top end. Let me grab hold of that. Come on. There we go. And then we move this over to wherever we bounce. And then this also shows us moving down, right? And, we want to make sure that this bounce is significant enough that we can then see this next kind of subwave count, this next ABC structure come on down here and make sense. So whether we're going to go down lower than 30 cent, whether we're going to go down to 25 cent, etc., this bounce will help us understand how low that is likely to go. Now, on that note, if I come on back down into here, I did kind of mention that this is a big 3-3-5 structure, and basically what this is telling us is that we are going to be, finishing this. This is not a start of an impulsive move or anything like that, in my opinion. Although it could be, I don't think that is likely based on how overbought we are, right? It's more likely that this is the end of the corrective phase. We finish this off, and then we look to pull back down. I could be wrong, of course, and there is no macro play here, but I think by the time you actually move this up, that's all you actually do end up seeing here inside these levels. If I bring it up into the daily, for example, all you end up seeing here is a move up, a move down, and a move up. That completes the move, and then we break down from here, right? So for the most part, that's kind of where Cardano is. We are tracking some pretty decent moves. We are topping this move out now, and we should be thinking about just that last little push up higher ever so slightly, specifically because the daily needs a little bit more room to grow, and then bam, we should have that rug pulled as the market corrects down lower, and basically you don't want to get caught out by FOMO. There's a little bit more gains to be made, sure, but to be honest with you, the risks are so high I wouldn't want to trade it myself. And all we are doing really is waiting for that pullback down, and if we were wanting to use leverage, we could short it, but again, that adds added risk to the market as well. But if that is your bag, that's kind of what you would do. And we're looking at targeting 30 cent, maybe a little bit lower depending on how high this bounce goes, but for the most part, this is the significant bounce in the middle here. And if I just zoom on out, you can see here, if I go ahead and actually just grab hold of these for a second, what I'll do is I'll just make these only visible on, actually I'll do it on the lower time frames, just take it off the dailies and the monthlies. Let's get rid of those. So yeah, if I grab hold of this, we can see that this is a subwave count, and it'll look something like this. Okay, so it could be that we come down much lower than maybe anticipated for Cardano. We're only talking 30 cent is 90% reduction, but if we were to come down here, we're talking 93%. So I do think there's going to be some fantastic opportunities in the very near future for ADA, and we should be very much open to the idea. Now, the subwave counts will trump that of the macro moves, and we should be very much aware that we want to be tracking this as a really good structure coming down here as well. So I'd either be looking for a 5-wave structure or a 3-wave structure again down here. So again, when we start breaking these things down, we'd have either something that would look like this, or we'd end up with that 5-wave structure looking like this, okay, and we end up going down somewhere like that. But essentially everything's looking pretty good for Cardano. We're moving up quite nicely. We can obviously take advantage of that, and of course, we are looking for this pullback on the macro scale. Everything is indicating that we do need to have this pullback. Once this is in, though, I do think that's the end of the corrections, and then we are free to kind of move up, and what I would expect there is a impulsive structure like this to continue as we continue with what we did previously. So everything's really looking pretty good here for Cardano slightly longer term. So I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.